Jaya, Shiva Rajaya here from vitalcoaching.com. The topic for this video is 13 core mindsets to manifest your mission. It's really nice to have a mission in life. Instead of just going like, I need to make money, or I need to travel, or I need to get married, or find a relationship, or find a partner, the idea of having something a bit deeper and vaster than that, instead of looking for a job, you look for a way to contribute to the planet and humankind. And in the process of doing that, what you have to realize is that it's not just you doing it. In my experience and in my belief and in what I see happening around the world with my friends or with my clients, with the people I coach, with just within my social circle, I see that people enter into a kind of state of trance. They tune into a frequency. They are downloading something that is really powerful for themselves and that gives them direction or destiny line. So when you are into accessing this inner power, this vision, this clarity about what you want to manifest on this planet, it gives you a tremendous amount of backup or energy that is going to support that dream or that goal. So my belief is that there are forces at play, benevolent forces at play in the invisible realms in the form of angelic powers or elemental forces, gods and goddesses, energy, spirits, systems that are there to support your actions when what you are doing is going to benefit the planet and humankind. When you are doing something which is trapped within the cycle of your egoic vehicle and you are just doing it for personal gratification or for personal prestige, those forces don't engage. They will engage when there is some form of benefit or there is some form of impact, some form of inspiration coming from a deeper place. The question that I have for you is, how can you sincerely contribute to the planet and mankind? How can you have an impact that is going to touch the lives of people in positive ways? So we are looking at something that is way, way deeper than just personal gratification or financial gratification. It's nice to get paid for what you do. It's nice to have some form of personal reward, to feel really great about what you're doing. But in my experience, very often when that cycle of mission and activation is embodied or happening in your life, then the cycle is complete, whether you get paid for it or not. This is something to consider and to realize. It is that there is an impact or an input of grace that is hitting you when you feel like you're doing the right thing. There are, of course, tips or ideas on how to strengthen all that, and I'm going to give you some of those. The first one is to test the waters. There is a myriad, a vast possibility of things that you can be doing, and there is going to be just one direction that you can follow deeper. When you talk about different missions, for instance, you can go and travel the world, live in different places or different locations, but eventually there is going to be one core idea that is going to be the one that enters the deepest in resonance with you. And what I encourage you to do, if you don't know what that mission is or what that direction is, then go and test the waters and try different things. It's use your intuition rather than your rational thinking. It's good to have reality checks, of course, to stay really grounded on this planet, to see if what you're trying to manifest is actually realistic. But the place where it comes from, when we talk about this force that want to sponsor your mission, we're talking about an intuitive relationship with those forces, with these powers. It means that the way it functions is not really rational, is not a logical thinking process. You decide to do certain things because you are inspired internally from your heart and from your intuition to take those steps. A third tip is to focus. Of course, consistency. If you want to reach a certain target or certain goal, very often that's not going to be reached within a day or 2 days or 3 days. It's something that might require your focus for months or for years. So especially if you are building, for instance, a brand, or you are trying to establish a new product on the market, or you're trying to do something that requires consistency, whether it's a charity or it's a commercial enterprise, whatever that is, it will very often require a certain form of consistency. So if you're shifting directions all the time, then eventually you might completely miss your target. Another powerful tip is figure it out as you go. you might not see the end result of what you want to achieve, but the small steps, every time you take a small step in the right direction, and eventually a new set of insights, possibilities, actions are going to be emerging in your mind, and you are going to start seeing one step further. Imagine that you are walking in the mist in the beginning, you know, that you see only like 10 meters ahead. You are somewhere in the mountains and all you see is like 10 meters ahead. Every time you take a step, you see a little bit further, and eventually the path unveils itself until the mist clears out and you have the full vision about what you want to do or what you can do. Act from a place which is heart and passion based. When you make decisions, look at what is the most exciting to do rather than just what is the most logical. You know, reason and logic and passion have to work hand in hand. Of course, we are not talking about completely giving up on your logical thinking, but unless your heart and your passion is into it, it's not going to work. If it's just a rational decision that you're making and you're taking steps in a very linear way because you are disciplining yourself and just using your willpower to go ahead, and there is no passion to it, of course it's not going to work. So you need a passion in the heart to be invested into it. Just consider your impact. Imagine that millions of people were doing what you're about to be doing, what you're about to engage into. Would that be good for the planet, humankind, or would that be negative? So considering the impact is a really, really important element because you want to consider the greater good. What is the role that you're playing in the vaster scheme of things, in the vaster scheme of human evolution? That's the question that you want to ask yourself, rather than you seeing your actions within the microcosm of your own life and your own egoic vehicle. You want really to, you know, envision what is the impact that you are really having on the world, on the planet. Are you doing things that are going to negatively impact on the environment, or is this going to be a positive impact? Another one is be flexible. It's okay to redirect your mission. It's okay to abandon your goals and focus on other goals. If you notice that where you are going is a dead end, sometimes you're going to be taking risks and engaging into something that is not sustainable on the long term. So being flexible is really important. You don't want to start with a rigid mind and be like, here are the 20 steps that I'm going to take, here are the projects that I'm going to develop. Somewhere down the line you might hit some roadblocks that force you to redirect your mission. So I encourage you to be extremely flexible. Another tip is master your challenges. When challenges come into your direction, instead of just giving up, you learn how to navigate them. What are the skills that you need to navigate those challenges? It requires, again, a lot of emotional flexibility, a lot of emotional intelligence, so that you have an overview on how to navigate all that. Mastering your mission is really an art rather than just a linear process. You know, it's not like applying a recipe where you go from point A to point B. It is much more an organic process in which you dance, and so look at it as an art form. Another point is, why are you doing it? You must understand and feel inside of you what is it that is driving you from within to take those steps and to engage into that mission. Another one, be like a ninja. This has to do with mastering your challenges as well. A lot of energetic emotional flexibility. Learn how to play with the challenges that come your way, and realize that it's all about a beautiful pathway of energetic and emotional mastery. Is your mission real? Are you following a pipe dream? Is this something that is not grounded in realistic ways? So we call that in coaching, do reality checks. You know, check on your mission and realize if it's something that is just a pipe dream that is very unrealistic, or is it something that can actually be manifested. Seed your ideas. If you look at big ideas that change the world, big and companies and entrepreneurs who are out there, very often they started from a seed, working from their basement or from their garage, using the funds that some friends provided, started with a small idea. It's very nice to have a big concept, but nowadays, especially in my social circle, in the people that I see wanting to launch ideas, they very often will start with a concept that is way too complex and way too vast, rather than starting from a smaller place that is easily manageable in the beginning. So seed your idea and then you start expanding from that place. But you start with small steps. I have tons of very successful enterprises and examples from friends and other people I know where they started with a tiny little step, And then that step led to more steps, and eventually the project started expanding and growing to big companies and big projects. Your base, your emotional base, your physical base needs to be strong. If you are struggling with health issues, that's your personal vehicle, that's your personal base. It's going to be very hard for you to invest most of the energy that you need to invest into your mission. So if you are struggling with health issues, take care of that. If you're struggling with mental or emotional challenges, if you are there, half depressed, trying to wake up every morning and you need to draw on your resources to actually do something, it's very important that your mind and your body are optimized. Your mind and your body are your best allies. If your body or your mind fail you, then it's going to be very hard to keep on following on your mission. So you need to take care of your own needs and take care of what is required for you to sustain yourself on a daily basis. Again, remember that this is an art. Mastering and engaging to your mission is something that keeps on evolving, and yeah, it's a beautiful journey. Message me, connect with me, sign up for some coaching with me if you need some help on that. I'm here to support your dreams, support your mission. Jaya Jaya, I love you, see you soon.